The year was 1781. The American Revolution had raged for 6 long years. Cities burned, armies clashed, and hope was fading. But in the quiet town of Yorktown, Virginia, history was about to change forever. The British Army, led by General Cornwallis, believed they were safe. Their defenses stretched across the peninsula. Red-coated soldiers stood guard behind trenches and cannon. They thought reinforcements from the sea would arrive soon, but the Americans and their French allies had other plans. An army of patriots marched with determination. French ships sailed to cut off British escape. The noose was tightening around Yorktown. A final battle was about to begin, and with it, the fate of a nation would be decided. It was September 1781. General George Washington led the American forces. Alongside him marched the French army under General Rochambeau. Together, they commanded nearly 17,000 soldiers. Cornwallis had about 8,000 men at Yorktown. He believed the British Navy would save him, but destiny was against him. At sea, Admiral de Grasse commanded the French fleet. In early September, he clashed with the British Navy. Cannons thundered across the Chesapeake Bay. The British fleet was forced to retreat. Yorktown was cut off by water. Cornwallis now stood alone. Meanwhile, Washington and Rochambeau marched south. Their armies crossed rivers, fields, and forests. Thousands of men moved silently, determined to end the war. By late September, they reached Yorktown. The siege had begun. The Allies dug trenches around the city. Artillery was dragged into place. Cannonballs and mortar shells filled the air. The ground shook with every explosion. British defenses crumbled under relentless fire. Night after night, American and French soldiers advanced. They dug closer trenches, inching toward the enemy. Cornwallis's men fought bravely, but supplies dwindled. Food ran short. Ammunition was scarce. Hope began to fade. One of the most daring moments came on October 14th. Washington ordered a nighttime assault. The target, 2 British strongholds known as redoubts. American troops stormed Redoubt 10. Led by Alexander Hamilton, they rushed forward with bayonets. The fighting was brutal and close. Within minutes, the Americans captured the position. At the same time, French troops attacked Redoubt 9. They charged through musket fire and cannon blasts. The French, too, seized victory. Both strongholds fell in a single night. The ring around Yorktown tightened further. Cornwallis was trapped. His men were exhausted. His defenses shattered. On October 16th, he tried to escape by river. Small boats slipped into the night, but a sudden storm scattered them. The attempt failed. There was no way out. By October 17th, Cornwallis could hold no longer. White flags appeared over British lines. Drums beat a mournful rhythm. A messenger approached Washington's camp. Cornwallis asked for terms of surrender. The next day, October 19th, 1781, the surrender ceremony began. British soldiers marched out of Yorktown. Their heads hung low, their flags furled. The tune of "The World Turned Upside Down" echoed. French and American troops lined the road. They watched as their enemy laid down arms. Cornwallis claimed illness and did not attend. Instead, his second-in-command delivered the sword. It was handed first to the French, then to the Americans. The symbolism was powerful. The war's greatest victory had been won. Cheers erupted through the Allied camp. After 6 years of blood and sacrifice, hope turned to triumph. The American Revolution was nearly over. Yorktown was not just a battle. It was the moment a dream became reality. The British defeat forced peace negotiations. Within 2 years, the Treaty of Paris was signed. America was officially recognized as independent. The Siege of Yorktown proved the power of unity. Americans and French fought side by side. Their courage reshaped history. A new nation was born, built on liberty, sacrifice, and determination. Cornwallis's surrender was more than military defeat. It was the collapse of an empire's grip and the rise of a new vision for freedom. The cannons grew silent. The flags of a new nation flew high, and the world was forever changed.